Listen up, you're probably throwing away $1,500 a year on spoiled groceries without even realizing it. That's right, $1,500 straight into the trash. Meanwhile, grocery prices have shot up over 20% in just 2 years, and guess what? They're not slowing down. Supply chain issues, rising costs, it's clear. Your wallet is under attack, and your fridge isn't helping. But here's what no one's telling you. Canning is your secret weapon. It's not just for grandmas or doomsday preppers. It's about slashing your grocery bill, stopping food waste, and locking in today's food prices for months, or even years. Think of it as taking control back from overpriced stores. Today I'm bringing you 8 canning recipes so good, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Doesn't matter if you're a total beginner or practically live in your pantry. These recipes are game-changing. And stick around, because I've saved the best for last. My bonus recipe isn't just amazing, it'll blow your mind and save you serious cash. Before we jump in, tell me in the comments, what's the one thing you wish you knew about canning before you started? Go ahead, because after this video, you'll never look at grocery shopping the same way again. Recipe 1, Sweet Berry Jam. Picture this. You walk into the grocery store, craving that perfect berry jam for your morning toast. Sounds simple, right? But then you see the price tag. $6.99 for a tiny jar, are you kidding me? Last year it was half that. Inflation is hammering everyone, and foods like jams packed with fruit and sugar are taking the hardest hit. Here's the question. Why pay insane prices for a jar full of preservatives and artificial garbage when you can make something better at home? That's right, homemade berry jam. It's cheaper, healthier, and so easy you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Once you taste it, that overpriced store-bought nonsense won't even tempt you anymore. Here's the fun part. You're in control. No high-fructose corn syrup, no sketchy additives, just fresh, real fruit. Hit up your local farmer's market or grab in-season berries when they're dirt cheap and freeze a stash for later. That's how you save money and get insane flavor. My go-to mix? Strawberries for sweet, raspberries for tartness, blueberries for depth. Feeling daring? Toss in some blackberries. The beauty of this recipe is it's your jam, literally. Mix it up however you want and make it better than anything you've had before. Once you've got your berries, the magic begins. Toss 4 cups into a heavy-bottomed pot and start smashing. It's weirdly satisfying. The juices flow, the air fills with that sweet fruity aroma, and suddenly it smells like summer in your kitchen, even if it's snowing outside. If you're anything like me, you'll mash extra hard just for the stress relief. Now, a pro tip. If your berries are crazy ripe, you can cut back on sugar. Overripe fruit has way more natural sweetness, so you don't need as much extra. For this recipe, I'm using 2 cups of sugar, but feel free to adjust based on your taste. Want it less sweet? Go for it. Prefer your jam to practically taste like candy? Add a little more. Oh, and don't forget the lemon juice, just a 1/4 cup. It's not optional. It brightens the flavor, helps the jam set, and acts as a natural preservative all in one go. Next, start heating it up. Bring the pot to a boil, stirring frequently, and watch it transform. Here's how you know it's ready. Grab a spoon, flash freeze it in the freezer for a minute, then scoop a little jam onto it. Push it with your finger. If it wrinkles, you nailed it. If not, simmer a bit longer. Don't rush it. The longer it cooks, the thicker and richer it gets. Trust me, patience pays off. Once it's perfect, it's jarring time. Spoon the hot jam into clean, sterilized glass jars, leaving a smidge of space at the top. Seal them tight and give them a quick water bath. 10 minutes of boiling and they're shelf-stable for up to 18 months. Yeah, you heard me, 18 months. Although, good luck not devouring it all in the first few weeks. Now, imagine this. You walk into your pantry and see rows of vibrant jars filled with homemade jam that you created. No preservatives, no ridiculous price tags, just pure, delicious, handcrafted food. And the best part? You're taking control of your food, your budget, and your mornings. Try it, and while you're at it, hit me in the comments with your dream berry combo. What flavors are you throwing in your jam? And don't go anywhere, because up next I've got a canning recipe so simple it'll blow your mind. To peach preserve. A jar of HJ peach preserves. You know that fancy jar, HJ peach preserves. You know that fancy jar at the store that costs $14.18? Yeah, we're not doing that anymore, because once I figured this out, those overpriced jars started looking like a scam. Here's the deal. Last summer, I hit up a local orchard. Turns out, during August peak, peach season, you can get peaches dirt cheap. I'm talking $1.25 per pound, sometimes even less. And the ugly ones? The slightly bruised or unwanted peaches? Those are gold for canning, and orchards practically want to give them away. I snagged 30 pounds for $45. Hold on, don't zone out yet. This is when it gets good. One afternoon, $45, and I walked away with 24 jars of pure peachy perfection. That's only $1.87 per jar. Compare that to the $14 artisanal nonsense. Do the math. That's over $290 saved. Someone, please explain why anyone is still buying this stuff retail. Here's the kicker. It's not just cheaper, it's better. I'm not exaggerating when I say these preserves make the store-bought ones taste like sugary mush. And here's why. Most commercial brands drown their fruit in sugar, like a 4-to-1 sugar-to-fruit ratio. You basically lose all the natural flavor. But not this recipe. We're using a 2-to-1 fruit-to-sugar ratio, the sweet spot, literally. According to actual science from the University of Georgia's Food Innovation Lab, this preserves more vitamin C and brings out the real peach flavor. Oh, and you want next level? 2 words. Vanilla. Beans. Not the extract, the actual beans. Slice 1 pod and divide it across 6 jars. Trust me, you'll blow everyone's mind when they taste it. It's not in-your-face vanilla, just this subtle, rich depth that makes people ask, what's your secret? Here's the timeline. August to mid-September is your window for the best deals. Don't wait around. Go now. Call up local orchards, see if they've got bulk deals or panning packages. Some places even give deep discounts, like 65% off if you catch them at the right time. If you're lucky, they'll even text you when they have surplus they need gone fast. Now storage, these jars last 18 to 24 months. That's 2 years, so spreading deliciousness on toast, pancakes, whatever. You're also set for gifting season, not to mention slashing your grocery bill. Here's the beauty of it. There's no junk, no preservatives, no weird chemicals, no fillers. Just peaches, sugar, and a splash of lemon juice to keep everything safe and balanced. That's it. Stop giving your money to overpriced brands. Make your own peach preserves. You'll save money, it tastes better, and bonus, you'll feel pretty smug about how little effort it actually takes. 3. Apple butter, the spread that's basically money in a jar. All right, let's talk apple butter. If you're not making this, you're leaving money on the table and missing out on something ridiculously delicious. Picture this, 8 pounds of apples? That's $12 at your local orchard. Those same 8 pounds will transform into 6 jars of apple butter. Those jars? Selling for $12 each at fancy food markets. Do the math. You're turning $12 into $72, that's nearly $60 saved, and you've got a premium, homemade product. And here's the kicker. Cooking apples down doesn't just concentrate flavor, it packs in the nutrition. Science alert, slow cooking supercharges the polyphenols. Fancy word, simple meaning, they're antioxidants that make your body happy. Apple butter's got 3 times the nutrient power of raw apples. It's not just a spread, it's basically a superfood. Now, here's the secret to making it next level good. Add a pinch of Himalayan salt and a splash of vanilla extract. Sounds simple, right? But this combo is what pastry pros use to elevate flavors. It makes those natural caramel notes in the apples explode. And this isn't just for toast anymore. Get creative, stir it into your oatmeal, swap it for sugar in smoothies, or, if you're feeling fancy, try an apple butter latte. Yeah, it's a thing, and it's better than any $7 coffee shop drink. Plus, 1 jar replaces pricey sweeteners in about 2 dozen recipes. But it gets even better. If you can it properly, each jar lasts up to 18 months in your pantry. No preservatives, no weird ingredients. Just pure apple magic. And with food prices climbing faster than rent, this stuff is a no-brainer. Less than $2 a jar for something gourmet? That's a steal. Oh, and don't throw out those apple peels and cores. Big mistake. Turn them into apple jelly. It's almost like getting a bonus product for free. Now you're not just saving money, you're owning that grocery budget like a boss. 4. Mixed bean soup base, the ultimate cheap and healthy meal hack. All right, let's cut to it. Stop paying top dollar for canned soup that's 90% water and salt. That's just lazy budgeting. Instead, make a mixed bean soup base. Trust me, it's not just another pantry item. It's your new best friend for saving time, money, and your sanity at dinner time. Here's the vision. It's 6 p.m., you're done with the day, and takeout is looking way too easy. But instead of wasting $30, you grab a jar of homemade soup starter that costs less than $1.50 to make. Feel smug yet? You should. Why? Because the average American blows $3,500 a year on takeout. That's ridiculous. Now, the ingredient flex starts with the beans. 6 types in one jar. Red kidneys for that perfect bite. Black beans for a hit of antioxidants. Navy beans for creaminess. Lentils because they cook fast. Split peas for thickness. And chickpeas for max protein. It's like building the ultimate all-star team. Bonus? Beans don't just taste good. They're beasts nutritionally. 1 cup has 15 grams of protein, 15 grams of fiber, and enough iron to give beef a run for its money. All of that for pennies per serving, literally. But what makes this base blow your mind is the flavor boosters. Dehydrated veggies are the trick. Dried carrots, onions, celery, garlic, they keep their nutrients and add an instant depth of flavor. Want to really level up? Add dried mushrooms. They bring that bold umami punch that makes everything taste restaurant-worthy. And here's a wild card. Dried seaweed. Before you freak out, it's there for the minerals and a hint of that salty, mysterious, what's that taste vibe. Now hit it with thyme, rosemary, and bay leaves, not just for flavor. Those herbs also act as natural preservatives. Boom, you've got a next-level soup starter. Each jar costs about $1.20 to make and yields 6 to 8 servings. Compare that to the overpriced canned soup aisle and you're saving hundreds a year. Plus, these jars can last 18 months. Good luck getting that from a store-bought can. And it isn't just about soup. Add chicken for a nostalgic bowl like Grandma's. Spice it with curry and coconut milk and you've got a Thai vibe. Blend it smooth, serve it fancy. It's an $8 cafe soup for pennies. This base is as flexible as it gets. Also, quick shout out to the planet making your own saves cans, at least 150 a year, and slashes packaging waste. It's meal prep for grown-ups who like keeping their wallets and the earth happy. 5. Homemade canned tomato sauce. Stop buying the overpriced stuff. Let's be real for a second. Store-bought tomato sauce? Overpriced, full of preservatives, and just meh. But cracking open a jar of your own homemade sauce in the dead of winter? That's next-level satisfying. It's like capturing summer in a jar and flipping the grocery store the metaphorical bird. Here's why you need to do this. Tomato prices have soared by over 12% this year. Supply chain disasters, bad weather, whatever. But you don't have to play along. Canning your own sauce doesn't just save you money. It gives you freedom from those BPA-lined cans full of over-processed junk. And guess what? It's stupidly simple. Step 1, grab some fresh tomatoes. If you can snag Roma tomatoes, go for it. They're sweet, tangy perfection with just the right texture. Beefsteaks? Heirlooms? Even those sad, bruised, end-of-season ones will work. The secret? It's not what you start with, it's what you turn them into. Here's the deal. First, drop your tomatoes in boiling water for 30 seconds, then dunk them in ice water. The skins practically fall off. Peeling can feel like a chore, but trust me, it's worth it. Those bitter skins are why store-bought sauces have that gross metallic aftertaste. You're better than that. Next, it's time to make your kitchen smell incredible. Chop the skinned tomatoes, toss them in a pot with olive oil, garlic, and fresh basil. Simmer that bad boy down until your house smells like a legit Italian restaurant. Don't rush it. Bold. Rich flavors take time. Now here's where most people screw up. Before you jar it, add a tablespoon of lemon juice to each pint jar. Yeah, it boosts the acidity, which is super important for safety. Unless you want to make botulism sauce, you don't. Don't skip this step. Ladle the hot sauce into sterilized jars. Give the rims a good wipe and seal them up. Process them in a boiling water bath for 35 minutes. Don't argue, it's worth it. Those jars will sit pretty in your pantry for up to 2 years. Think about this. While everyone else is panic buying overpriced bland sauces during the next grocery shortage, you'll be at home, smug, with a stockpile of something better. Once you make your own canned tomato sauce, there's no going back. Do yourself a favor. Next time tomatoes are on sale, stock up. Spend an afternoon canning, because food security never tasted so good. 6. Pickled garlic, your new kitchen. Power move. All right, garlic lovers, listen up. Pickling garlic isn't just some trendy food hack. It's a total game changer. Not only will it save you serious cash, but it'll also elevate everything you cook. Fun fact, archaeologists found pickled garlic in ancient Egyptian tombs. Yep, they considered it afterlife-worthy. After you try this, you'll get why. Now here's the deal. Last winter, garlic prices shot up to $6 a pound. Insane, right? But guess what? While others were shelling out for overpriced garlic or tossing sprouted cloves in the trash, my pantry was stocked with homemade pickled garlic that cost me a whopping 30 cents a jar. Do the math. If you're heavy-handed with garlic, and who isn't? This hack can save you up to $300 a year. And it's not just about the savings. Science time, pickling garlic doesn't just preserve it, it levels it up. A compound called L-cysteine forms during the process, which your body absorbs way better than raw garlic. It boosts your immune system like fresh garlic wishes it could. Long story short, pickled garlic isn't just food, it's fuel. Here's the kicker, making it couldn't be easier. Grab a pile of garlic heads, peel those cloves, and pack them into jars. The brine, vinegar, water, whatever spices you like, plus turmeric. Why turmeric? It stops that weird blue-green color and gives the garlic a sharp, vibrant kick. Once pickled, the cloves completely transform. Forget the harsh bite of raw garlic. These mellow, umami-packed flavor bombs are next level. Chefs are obsessed for a reason. I mean, even the brine is magical. Use it in marinades, salad dressings, or heck, splash some in a Bloody Mary if you're feeling fancy. Here's a pro tip. Keep your jars stored between 55 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit, or 13 to 18 Celsius. This keeps the garlic crisp for up to 18 months. Goodbye, sprouted mushy cloves forever. You'll always have perfectly pickled garlic on hand, ready to rescue any meal. What can you even do with pickled garlic? What can't you do? Add it to stir-fries, smash it into hummus, or roast it whole. Bonus hack? Crush a few cloves into softened butter with some herbs, roll it up and freeze it. You've just made compound butter that turns any meal into a Michelin star experience. Reddit. Excerpt. Real foodies know. This simple canning recipe isn't just convenient, it's revolutionary. Give pickled garlic a shot and trust me, you'll never look back. Alright, number 7, pickled vegetables. If you're still buying pickles at the store, what are you even doing? That neon green, soggy mess in a jar is loaded with junk, preservatives, fake colors, and so much sugar it might as well be dessert. Stop wasting money on that nonsense. You can make pickles at home, and it's so easy, it'll make you question why you haven't already. Plus, homemade pickles actually taste like food, not chemicals. Here's the deal. Pickling isn't just for cucumbers. Almost any veggie can be pickled. Carrots, green beans, onions, even jalapenos if you like it spicy. Want a sweeter vibe? Go for beets with a little honey. Get creative, go wild. And here's a hack no one tells you about. Soak your veggies in ice water for 30 minutes before pickling. It's the secret to staying crunchy. Skipping this step? Congrats, you just made edible mush. Now, packing the jars. This is where the fun starts. Throw in layers of fresh dill, garlic, mustard seeds, or whatever spices you're feeling. Love heat? Add red pepper flakes and black peppercorns. But don't just throw your veggies in randomly. Pack them in tight. Tight jars mean less floating and fewer jars to deal with. The brine? Stupid simple. Mix 2 cups vinegar, apple cider for sweet, white for sharp, 1 cup water, 2 tablespoons salt, and 1 teaspoon sugar. Heat it up till it all dissolves. Done. Want gut-friendly probiotics? Skip the vinegar and go full-on lacto-fermentation with saltwater brine. Thank me later when your digestion improves. Pour that hot brine over the veggies till they're fully covered. Leave some space at the top, seal the lid, and choose your path. Quick fridge pickles in 24 hours or shelf-stable jars by processing them in boiling water for 10 minutes. The shelf-stable option lasts a year. Yep, a whole year of your own tangy, crunchy pickles. 8. Salsa verde. The $5 salsa you'll never buy again. Alright, here's recipe 8, salsa verde. If you're still paying $7 for a tiny jar at the grocery store, you're getting ripped off. Honestly, restaurants make it for less than $1 a jar, and now so can you. Not only will you save a ton of cash, but homemade salsa verde also knocks any store-bought version out of the park. Tomatillos are the star of the show here. Lucky for you, these little gems are ridiculously affordable. $2.49 a pound, even with grocery inflation. Tomatillos are not green tomatoes, FYI. They're in the gooseberry family and pack enough citric acid to outdo a lemon. When buying, make sure the husks are tight. Those loose, floppy husks, leave them in the bin. Now, the rookie mistake everyone makes. Boiling tomatillos. Stop. Just stop. We're roasting them for that deep, smoky flavor that makes your salsa verde restaurant level. Bonus. Roasting boosts their antioxidants by 40%. Broil them for 8 minutes, and they'll look toasted and perfect. Here's the boss move. Ditch the jalapenos. We're going with poblano peppers. Why? They're smoky, rich, and packed with vitamin C. Fun fact, a poblano has more vitamin C than an orange. Use 6 to get that balanced kick. And if you want to level up, throw in some epazote, a traditional herb that chefs are obsessed with now. It adds this earthy, what is that flavor? Can't find it fresh? Dried works just fine and is even more intense. Now, the science. You need fresh lime juice to hit that safe pH of under 4.6 for canning. It also makes the flavors pop. Use kosher salt, none of that iodized junk, or you'll mess up the color during storage. Here's the real flex. A 3-by jar batch costs $5.60. Compare that to $6.99 per premium store-bought jar. That's a $15.37 saving every time you make it. And trust me, people will beg for your recipe, or just the jar itself. This stuff lasts up to 18 months sealed, but spoiler, it won't. You'll be slapping it on eggs, chicken, enchiladas, and chips constantly. Pro tip, late summer is peak tomatillo season. Prices drop to $1.75 a pound, cutting costs even more. Make a double batch, label the jars with the date, and you're set. This is more than salsa. This is food security, better flavor, and savings you'll feel in your wallet. You'll never settle for that overpriced grocery store garbage again. Get roasting, get canning, and thank me later. And there you have it, 8 canning recipes that will not only save you money, but also elevate your meals to a whole new level. Whether you're preserving the bold flavors of salsa verde or crunching into the perfect homemade pickle, these recipes empower you to take control of your pantry while avoiding overpriced, underwhelming store-bought options. Canning is more than just a cost-saving hack. It's a way to connect with your food, reduce waste, and create something truly delicious. Start with one recipe or try them all, and watch as your kitchen transforms into the ultimate flavor workshop. The time to get canning is now.